Hello everyone and welcome.
Sound like the fucking nostalgia critic.
Now I don't know about you, but I can feel an announcement brewing. Maybe not tomorrow, probably not next week, probably not even next month, but soon. And it's got me thinking, what really is in store for the next mainline Sonic game? Are they going to change the formula, or will they actually refine the open zone gameplay that they came up with for Frontiers? Do that one, please. Please do that. Do that one. Do that, please. Please, do that one. I have some thoughts on what I want for the next game, and I wanted to share them with you, so let's get into it. To start off are my realistic wants. These are all things that I can actually see happening. Starting with a graphics/performance boost. No more insane pop-ins. Don't make a Switch 1 version. Don't make a PS4 version. Don't make an Xbox One version. Make it strictly for next-gen consoles. I want a true AAA Sonic game. I want the level geometry to make way more sense. The islands and Frontiers are an absolute blast to traverse, but damn it, the floating rails and shit just doesn't look good. They just don't fit. If there's a way that they could find a way to incorporate them into the actual structure and architecture of a level or a island, that would just look amazing. I know they can do it. Like Green Forest. Is it Green Forest? I think it's Green Forest in Sonic Adventure 2. Like that level, there's like vines and shit that you're grinding on. There's ways that you can grind on things that aren't just random floating rails. That's all I'm saying. Next, I want multiple playable characters. And after the Final Horizon DLC, this is something I can see very easily happening. Like Tails, Knuckles, and Amy being playable in a 3D space for the first time in however many years it's been. I don't know. I lost track of time, man. And then we have Shadow Generations with Shadow being playable, and he has different moves than I don't know. I can really see the next mainline Sonic game having a solid amount of characters to work with, and that's really exciting. And along with that, not even just playable. Give me some non-playable characters, way more characters involved. Like the Chaotix. They just got so much story and personality from the Chaotix case files that it's just right for the taking. And speaking of Chaotix, I know what everyone's wondering. How is it coming? And it's just...
Yeah, how is the Chaotix Voices video coming?
Logan, what the fuck? Whatever. I'm working on it, alright? It'll get done when it gets done.
Well, yeah, but you said...
I just said I'm working on it. And if you keep bitching, I'll make you start Sonic Adventure from the very beginning. Do you want to do that? So if you'll excuse me, I'm getting back to what I was doing. Just keep the serious tone that we had from Frontiers and Shadow Generations. That tone is just perfect. Finally, let's refine the open zone. Maybe lose cyberspace. Maybe instead of having a sectioned off level or like a cyberspace gate where it teleports you to a level, the level is a part of the zone. Like, take Sonic Adventure 1, for example. You're in the hotel right before you go into Emerald Coast, and then you step onto the beach and the level starts. Take that load screen out and just have you get into the level like there. But moving on to my dreamy desires, things that probably won't happen, but I can sure as hell hope. Like a new model. Sorry, new models. Plural. Everyone needs a touch-up real bad. And shit, while you're at it, maybe change up character designs if you're not too chicken shit after the fucking outrage that was Sonic Boom's character designs. Just don't make Knuckles 6 foot tall and weigh 380 pounds. You can change up some things, maybe make him more realistic, more cartoony, maybe go cell shaded, I don't care. Hell, since we're getting all wild with it, what if we just got rid of the boost? I'm not a full-blown hater of the boost era or the boost controls or anything. Can you imagine if they took boost out and it was pure momentum-based platforming? Or alternatively, maybe do a little bit like what Frontiers did, but tone it down a little bit. Make it a run button. I just don't want a button that puts me at top speed immediately. Make me work for it. Hell, give me a speed gauge at the bottom so I can see how fast I'm going, but have it be really in-depth and actually really give me a better idea at how fast I'm going and how fast I can get. Maybe even make the open zone a little bit more spread out and make it to where you can reach speeds that we have never seen before in a Sonic game. It would just be a thrill to control, I just know it. Also, I would like some big changes with the homing attack. If the homing attack could go back to its SA1 form, oh my god, clean up aisle me. Ew, gross, I'll cut that out, maybe. We'll see. I won't. Also, let's give more upgrades and power-ups. Hell, take the best thing that came out of Sonic Superstars, the Emerald powers. Give those to the cast of the game. Can you imagine using that in a 3D area? Maybe don't do the exact ones from Superstars, come up with some new ones, but like Bullet, that'd be kind of fun to just launch yourself into the air. I don't know, I'm just saying. And speaking of the Emerald powers, give me playable super forms again. Can you imagine a playable Supersonic in a 3D open zone area, being able to soar through the sky at supersonic speeds? That sounds fucking awesome, come on! Also, give me multiple story paths like SA1 to Heroes and Sonic 06. Give me a long, meaty game that takes me hours to beat. Make each story more in-depth, and as you go through each character, more and more of the story gets uncovered. I hope these things happen, but I'm afraid they won't. And now, finally, we have my fears. These are things that I'm worried will happen. Firstly, reusing models and assets from older Sonic games. Now, that's not necessarily bad, but it would be really disappointing to see. I'm afraid that the cutscenes will still be taking a hit, like they did in Sonic Frontiers. Granted, once again, Shadow Generations had some of the best cutscenes the series had seen in a long time. Maybe that's a little peek at what the cutscenes will be in the next mainline Sonic game. I'm also worried that they're going to try their best to make it to where the next game can still run on Switch 1 consoles. I understand they have a huge player base that is still on Switch 1, I get that. However, if you do everything in your power to make it to where the game can run at least adequately on the Switch 1, you're going to be sacrificing the quality of the game as a whole. I'm also afraid that they'll dumb down the story again and give us more Sonic Colors dialogue.
Eggman could be anywhere.
Indeed I could, but I'm right here behind this generator.
And you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy Nosehair? That's the best thing I've heard all day!
And lastly, I'm afraid that they pull another fucking Lost World on us and completely change the tone and gameplay into something completely different that no one asked for. Please, don't do that. I'm going to kind of break away from my script here for a second and just kind of rattle off what I'm thinking, because I just have so many thoughts going on that I think we could have something really special on our hands with this next Sonic game, guys. Sonic Frontiers is a big step in the right direction. Shadow Generations is a leap in the right direction, to the point to where I don't really have that many problems with Shadow Generations, other than it being too short. The core of Shadow Generations, the base of Shadow Generations, is so much more polished than anything we've seen from Sonic in a long time. If you take that core and that base and you apply it to something like Sonic Frontiers, and the gameplay loop and the gameplay style of Frontiers, of running around a huge open area and collecting all these random items, introduce side quests, introduce NPCs that are around that need you to go do something for them. Don't just have it be this huge open world of nothingness that pops in every once in a while. If you need to scale back the open worlds a little bit to where they're not as empty, do that. Or alternatively, instead of having multiple different islands, just have it be one huge connected world. Take Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild as an example, where there's these frosty peaks over here, and then across the map is a desert, but then on the other side of the map is this ocean, and then on the other side of the map is another thing. You could do that with Sonic. There are so many different locales in the Sonic universe. You could do that. Have Green Hill be in one corner, but then have it to where you can get into fucking, like Metropolis Zone kind of area, like an industrial area, or a city area like Station Square, or anything. You could take inspirations from what we have already, but make something new with it. I think it would just be a blast to be able to go from one corner of the map to another and just weave through buildings and trees and just anything else that's in your way. That would just be so fun to do. That was what I did all the time as a kid when I was playing Sonic Adventure. I was running around the open world making up my own stories like a jackass, but I had a really good time with it. I would love something like that. Hell, more enemies and maybe even boss encounters in the open world. Can you imagine just doing a random Eggman boss fight that, like, kind of like stopping crime in like the Spider-Man games, where it's like, hey, there is a badnik attack happening here, and you have to run over there and stop it, and you get some experience. Think about that concept. How has that not been done yet? It is just so perfect. take the IDW world even, and just have it be that. I'm blowing my own mind here. Sonic needs something new, and Frontiers was something new, but we don't need just Frontiers again. I don't want it to be just Frontiers 2. I do want more innovation, and I think they can. They're still figuring out if they want it to be a level-to-level thing, or every once in a while, hey, let's try a hub world, and now we're on these open zones. They need to make up their mind on what they want. But I really think that the Sonic series would be perfect to be strictly open world for a while. Take away levels. You can give us some time trials or whatever, but take away levels. Give me just a shit ton of obstacle courses or level-like structures in the open zone. I just think it's possible. Am I getting too insane with it? Maybe, but that's what's so exciting. I want to think that they are going to take a step into this big new world for Sonic, these new ideas, these new concepts. Bring in the IDW characters, bring in new storylines, bring in old storylines. Sonic is just a franchise that is rich with history and stories and characters and places that they just haven't done anything with yet. I don't know why they're so hard set on reusing Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant and all these things that we've been seeing over and over again when there's so many things that we haven't seen brought back. The fact that the Babylon Rogues aren't in a video game that isn't racing themed is a little interesting to me. I know they started from there, but they're popular enough to have them just be regular characters. On top of that, the Extreme Gear, the fact that that has been brought back in a non-racing game way is really interesting to me. I have seen so many fan games that actually incorporate the Extreme Gear into levels as a way of getting around. The fucking Sonic Speed Simulator, you can use it. It's like a mount you can use, and it looks awesome. There's a way you can incorporate that into a non-racing game. There's a fine line of reusing things because your budget is low, or referencing things because you love it. Constantly getting a Green Hill Zone level, it doesn't feel loving. It's not like, ooh, we love Green Hill Zone. It's like, well, we don't got the budget for nothing else. I don't want something to be done from budget, but from love. And this is Sonic's 35th anniversary. The next Sonic game needs to be a celebration of that. I want something new, and I want something that's made with love, and I think we can get it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe, maybe comment, maybe share this around if you got more friends that like Sonic shit, you know what I mean? Thanks for watching. Have a great night.